We are carrying precious cargo. So in the interests of time, the footage has been checked, and the waterfall that I think I saw in the last episode, it was so distant that I was like, is that a waterfall? Am I just hallucinating actually? But the waterfall I think I saw is close, but not quite where I thought it was. Hello, Legion. This is Hadrian. Thank you for being here. Let's play some more of the Long Dark and our Against All Odds series, where we are wandering out into an aurora. I see not one, not two, not three, but four supercharged aurora wolves right over there. So, rifles loaded. Remember, we got a new rifle when we found that when we unlocked that particular door in the mine. It was really quite surprising. Oh, lantern fuel. Interesting. Really quite surprising that there wasn't more in that particular locked room, but it is what it is. Alright, I would imagine that wolf is probably the one that's most likely to try and come at me. Alright, cool. I was able to sneak through there. Although there might be another one that I can't even see. But we're going to wander this way. Because when I checked the footage, again, it was a little bit funny because I realized that the waterfall I was seeing was a little bit farther to the right from the main facility. And the main facility's lights are there. So we can tell that, like, we kind of looked this way, and the waterfall that I saw was kind of over here to the right. So it's still, like, within the area of the zone that's, you know, kind of connected by all these paths. So I just think that I probably assumed that it would be reachable from Rudiger's sort of camp. Or there wasn't even necessarily Rudiger's camp, it was just the boss's camp, and that implies that maybe it was where the security chief stayed, which is why I leaned so hard into kind of going that direction. But, okay, yeah, so we're going to have some chemical risk here. Seems like a lot. That's honestly kind of annoying. Okay. Very interesting. So, the fact that we're having to deal with chemical poisoning risk, again, in some ways just validates that I'm in the right area, because, like, the game is making me look... Okay, yeah, that's where I think it is, right there. You see that? I think there's a waterfall between there. Either that or there's not, and I was just seeing what I thought was a waterfall, but it's just not a waterfall. So, I think... Because now that I'm looking at it, I don't actually think I see a waterfall there. So I might have been hallucinating. I might have actually been hallucinating, because that, I think, is the cave that I stayed in when I was up there. So, like, and that's the ledge that I walked out on, on top of. So what we're going to do is just keep looking around here. Oddly enough, we still have chemical poisoning risk, even though we're not walking around in green snow. Which is, okay, it's going away. That's really interesting. So we're just going to use the aurora. It's not that cold. We're going to use the aurora to try and find this waterfall. Because this light is quite nice. And hopefully we can look around and spot it. Now, there is a possibility, as I've said, that... I mean, I'm really hoping this isn't the case, but there's a possibility that the waterfall I'm looking for is not at all in this zone, but in fact is elsewhere. And if that's the case, then I've got my work cut out for me, because God knows where in Great Bear this actual waterfall is supposed to be. I'm just going to follow the tracks and hope... We're going to goat down this way here. I'm just going to follow the tracks and hope that we see something resembling the waterfall that we need sooner than later. The aurorified toxic wolves do seem to have a highly enhanced detection radius. Did you notice how quickly those wolves aggroed at me when I came around that bend? That was startling. One down. visibility is quite good. I don't love the amount of toxic snow that I'm seeing. It's very highly contaminated, but this is an area I haven't really explored yet, and I'm happy about that. I'm very close to this wolf's detection radius, though. I'm not too cold yet, so if I want to take a shot, this might be my chance. Aw, that was a very big burst of snow from that miss.
Sure getting cold.
Okay, so we're probably within aggro radius here now, because they wouldn't have run far from that. Let me try and get back here. I'm hoping that I see a cave soon-ish, because if we're back to standard long dark play, which is to say out in the cold looking for things while trying to survive the elements, I need a place where I can survive the elements. Thank you very much. Alright, I see some derailed cars here. And I mean, I might have still been right about the waterfall back there. There's a part of me that wants to not dial in on that spot for too long. It's like I'm torn between different possibilities. I could spend the whole episode trying to get back into that specific spot where I think I saw a waterfall. And I looked toward those rocks, and in some ways, I kind of doubted that I was actually seeing a waterfall there. Also, you know, it's worth noting, I didn't hear a waterfall at any point while I was up there. So it didn't sound like one was close. Alright, we've got chemical poisoning risk again. Great. Great. Is this entire area contaminated? I see a bit of a green glow, but it's hard to tell. Yeah, chemical poisoning risk is actually quite high at the moment, which not my favorite. Alright, we're going to dip back here, because this looks like just a different area of the zone. So yeah, there's that option, but I could also like look around and try and find another waterfall elsewhere, which also allows me to explore the zone a bit and learn more about it, because I have been enjoying it so far. So, you know, that's also something that I could do, and I kind of prefer, obviously, because I'm doing it, I kind of prefer that option. Although I would like a cave. A cave would be nice. I've got a lot of sticks all around me, and I might have enough cloth. Yeah, I have enough cloth for a snow shelter. So, worst comes to worst, I will just make a snow shelter. Okay, interesting. Ooh. Ooh, I see some water. Okay, we might actually be on the right track here. So this is a wolf carcass, ravaged. Ooh. Might I have stumbled upon it? Because this is clearly a frozen river at a pretty high point in the zone. There's a fallen tree. Oh. That's it. That's it. That's totally it. That is 1000% it. We have found our waterfall. Okay, cool. Oh, fantastic. That is 1,000,000% the water. Hold on. Look at this. Look at this. That's it. That's it. That's absolutely it. I can see the tree in front of it. So we just need to make our way down that direction. Ideally right now I need shelter. But I don't want to lose sight of that waterfall again. So, looks like I was right to lean towards option B. And I mean, I was even saying last episode that, you know, I wasn't sure it was the right waterfall, and I wasn't even sure I was seeing a waterfall. And if it was a waterfall, the rocks didn't look right on either side of it, but I was just going towards the only thing I had seen so far that looked like what was in the picture. But now I've seen the actual waterfall, and I just need to get to it while not freezing to death. Or getting poisoned by chemicals, which is apparently also a factor. Or getting mauled by an aurora wolf. Or technically dying of thirst. Although that's less of a threat at this exact moment. Oh, that's so interesting. So the waterfall is actually around the corner from the mine, because it's over here. All right, I see a building. So I'm going to hightail it for that building, because that'll be a spot where I can get some rest and then be much closer to the waterfall. It's somewhere back over there. I will have to deal with a little bit more contamination here. I'm going to try to avoid it as best I can. It does seem like it's not too widespread, but that last field of contamination also kind of seemed that way, so I just want to make it to that. That looks like a shed. It better be a shed. It might not. That would be the second time in 2 episodes that my eyes horribly tricked me. That's not a shed. Wow, look at those wolves. They're everywhere. Can I get down here? Kind of... Oh, wait. Hey! That's lucky. I didn't think that was going to happen. Okay, I think that's the path back to our waterfall. But for now... I think I came this way. Yeah, chemical poisoning risk. I know. I know. I know. I know. I know, I know, I know. The wild thing is, to be honest, I have no idea where I am right now relative to... I think this is close to where I came in. Actually, yeah, I do remember kind of seeing this from a distance and making my way this direction. So the waterfall is actually close, and I remember seeing this sign. The waterfall is close to the pathway that we kind of entered the zone from. That's good to know. But first, I need to recover some temperature. Get inside. Yeah, there's definitely... I can't remember if I've been in here before, but I think I have. And if I haven't, then so much the better. Because supplies, am I right? Anything around? There's a flare, some wires, some firewood. Okay, I doubt I would have picked up that firewood when I came by, but I don't remember if I've been here. So we're about to find out. Let's take a look. Nope, haven't been here. Perfect. Spray paint, screw you, game. If you give me canisters, I swear. Okay. How hilarious would that be? Ooh, ruined condensed milk. Perfection. Okay. Let me go ahead and consume that, because not only is that quite heavy as an item to be lugging around, and I don't want to have that creating excess weight for too long, but also it's got a ton of caloric value and replenishes thirst at the same time. Probably wouldn't be too pleasant to consume it, I'm not going to lie. Wouldn't be the best feeling in the world. Alright, we're going to put this down right here and sleep for about 6 hours. The aurora just went away. We do still have insomnia a little. Insomnia just went away, though. Chemical poisoning risk went away. We are still well fed. Surprising no one. Still encumbered. Also surprising no one. Let's go ahead and consume this maple syrup, because that's already partially consumed anyway. Drink this water, because that will free up more than half a pound, almost a full pound. But we still have about 11 and change in excess weight. Oof. So much stuff. Okay. Outside we go. Oh. Well. Just kidding. Inside we go. That's rude. So what we will do is, let's pass the time for... I guess we'll give it an hour at a time. Let's just pass the time for an hour, step outside. We will literally just feel our way through this. Here, we'll do 2 hours here, just to give that blizzard plenty of time to clear. Because it doesn't actually sound like it's getting bad outside. It's just really, like, the weather is quite thick. So let's now sleep for 2 hours. You woke up fully rested. Okay. Wow. Still terrible weather. I mean, I know where the waterfall is, don't get me wrong, but I would prefer to have much clearer views, if I can help it. So let's see if that gave us what we were looking for. Not really. Okay, fine. Fine. The game is going to force my hand. It is what it is. Let's step outside. Oh, also, because I did pass all that time... Is it? Are you going to actually start blizzarding now? What are you doing? What are you doing to me, Long Dark? What's happening? Okay, it actually seems like it might be clearing a little bit. Alright, so we need to hug this rock. We'll probably get a little bit of toxic chemical ingestion here. But I want to try to avoid that. Maybe even take the high road if I can here. Around the contaminated portion. Because we need to head back this way. Again, one of the things I really like about what is happening right now is that the game has not presented us with a lot of clarity in this tale. We don't really know what's happening or why. But what we do know is that this particular character... Oh, that's rude. This particular character is one that's presented very sympathetically. The final performance in the last log that you read of hers was really quite affecting and powerful. Ugh. Alright, so I can definitely hear the waterfall now. Unfortunately, it is surrounded by these toxins. Feels like it's getting really close, though. Which is a welcome thing. Okay. I just wanted to get out of the toxin for a sec. We're going to have to dip back into it momentarily. Hopefully not for too long. Yep. There's a path up and out of it again. And then we should be able to see the waterfall. We can certainly hear it. I think it's over here to... Yes, I know. Chemical poisoning risk. Okay, so let's take another look at her Polaroid. Not quite sure where the waterfall is. I think it's right around the corner from me. But apparently we just need to... The objective is to... We need to lay her to rest near the waterfall is what the Polaroid says. Right, here is the river. This is the tree, I believe. I believe this is the tree in her picture. So the waterfall should be right there. Yep. Okay, so I would guess that there is a clear and obvious spot to put her remains, to interact with the world and to place them. There are some cattails all around, so you know I gotta pick these. Priorities, am I right? Can't ever stop myself. Jennifer, you're not that cold. You're really not that cold. You're being kind of dramatic. I mean, here we are about to lay the security chief to rest. You know what would be hilarious is if, in fact, we were not carrying her remains and we needed to go back and get them. As I said earlier, I think it's a situation not unlike the wire cutters where the game... Okay, interesting. There's a climbing spot that we probably need to take. Are we at the top of the waterfall? We might be at the top of the waterfall. That's very interesting indeed. Hold on. If we're at the top of the... How did we get to the top of it? What the heck? Okay, that's fine. Let me just climb down here. Because this might be where we're supposed to go anyway. But yeah, it's not unlike the wire cutters that we're given. Okay, so I think this is the waterfall. I'm not seeing an obvious spot to interact with. It doesn't say behind the waterfall, it says near the waterfall. So maybe I need to get down to the bottom of it, and maybe this will lead me there. It certainly seems like it's taking me down. I'm surprised because I didn't think that the path I was on was going to take me to an elevated area above the waterfall. I thought it was going to lead right around to the base of it, based on what I saw before. So it's just an interesting turn of events. Definitely can hear it still, which I should have leaned more into that when I, was looking for it previously. Okay, yeah, here's her. Yeah, this is it. This is definitely it. I don't know exactly where the spot is going to be, but this is her tree that's in the photo. It's in front of the waterfall, so this is definitely the waterfall. So I'm going to go all the way up here first and see if there's an obvious spot. Doesn't seem so. But we should be able to cross this tree. Enduring waterfall. Yeah, this is 1000%. That's a lot of percents, by the way. Slightly hyperbolic on my part. Okay, so in order for me to do this, hold on, let me make sure that I don't have some inventory item. It's like security chief's remains. I don't think that I do. So, somewhere around here, there's going to be a spot. Oh, yep. Right there. Right there. Buried Echoes. Badge received. Still don't know what that belt does. But that's that. At 100 episodes, and on the release day of Tales Part 5, no less. Doesn't get better, timing-wise.
This is cold.
So, for those of you not in the know, if you missed it, you might be watching this. We have another series starting in Misery mode, and we're going to jump into Tales Part 5 and the next tale, the third and final tale from the Far Territory, once we've, had a week or two. I don't know exactly how much time I want to take, but I'd want to give people time to experience the tale before we do a run on the actual content. Okay, this leads to the zone of contamination. Interesting. Wait, so where does that lead? Wait a second. Hold on. I heard something, and now I must confirm. I heard something. Not only did someone leave a comment that was somewhat cryptic, that didn't give anything away, but that hinted at a certain possibility, but also that same possibility was confirmed by certain correspondence that I've had recently. And I want to know if this cave goes where I think it goes. But yeah, we have a new series that is starting in Misery, and that is going to be going for the foreseeable future, back up to a much higher difficulty run in the Long Dark, which will be an interesting shift for me. So if you missed that, don't forget to check out the premiere and the first few episodes if you're just catching this after the series has started. It's been a while since we premiered a new series on the channel. I've had a lot going on that has made it difficult to keep the schedule as full as I would like. Again, I appreciate everyone's patience with that. This has been a much longer series than I would have thought, in part because Signal Void took its sweet time, but mainly just because there were delays that were nothing to do with the game. So as I wrap up
Hope nobody needs this anymore.
this series, as I explore here and, you know, take these final moments, I do want to express my gratitude to all of you who have stuck around and who have continued to watch, who have continued to comment, who have continued to hang out here on the channel and on the Discord every day. I appreciate you all immensely, especially because I have not been able to produce as much content as I wanted to during this period. And it makes me appreciate all of you that much more for just being patient and being enthusiastic and being supportive and being awesome. All of which you are in spades. This game in particular, this developer, and the people making it have meant so much to me and so much to the channel over the years, which is funny because when you look at the rest of the content that I cover on the channel, this is a very unique game relative to the other stuff that I play. It's kind of an oddball on the channel, and yet it's driven such a huge chunk of engagement and general familiarity with my channel. I think the thread that ties all of my content together ultimately is emergent narrative. Games that have stories that kind of tell themselves as you play, which is what makes playing through these tales kind of interesting, because I almost, you know, having a story actually being told to me while I'm playing a game, at least on the channel, is really different. It feels different from what I'm accustomed to, what you're accustomed to. I have no idea where I'm going, by the way. It feels very different. But this has been, especially with the end and getting to lay the security chief's bones to rest, this has been a very rewarding tale to kind of play through. It's been an amazing new zone to experience. And again, it just comes on the tail end of the development of a game that is just so special to all of us. And it's helped us to create a community that is so special to me and that is so special to so many of you. And I know I say that, and it might sound in some way like I shouldn't say that, but I'm repeating the words and the sentiments that have been shared with me openly, both here on the Discord over many, many years, with a sense of profound gratitude. I really cannot tell you enough how much it means that you are all here, that you were here when I came back a year and a half ago, that you are still here, that you have helped me populate the Discord and just turn it into the vibrant and civil and enjoyable social environment that it is for all of us. It means the absolute world to me, if I haven't told you that lately. And I feel like I say it fairly often, but never as frequently as I should. Because you're amazing, Legion. All of you are. And I'm glad you're here. I hope when I say thank you for being here at the beginning of every episode, it carries the way that it's meant. It's certainly the intent. I genuinely have no idea if I'm going in circles or not. This is concerning. I feel like this might be the path I already came down. Also, I'm going to need a torch shortly. I'm really curious about where this leads, and I feel like this could be a cool note to end on, but if I've gone in a circle, maybe I should use spray paint. How about that? Yeah, this does feel like the path that I already came down, but also it does seem somewhat steeper than the one I came down, so maybe I'm wrong. Okay, let's put that away, because we need a torch. This one's not going to last long, but we have another one. We have flares too. Okay, yeah, I think I did come this way, but I didn't go up to the right here. This is definitely... I haven't been in here, and I'm very, very confident. I'm not certain, but I'm highly confident that this is leading to a particular spot. Now, I don't want to spoil it, because it'll be quite a surprise. It'll be fun for me, too. Okay, so that was a dead end. And I do feel like I'm going in a circle here, so we might have to double back. Let's change torches. Oh, wow. That is really... Okay, I thought I had better torches on me, but I do not. We're going to have to use our flares then. That's very unfortunate. And I don't want to get stuck in a cave either, so... Wait, is this a dead end? No. No. There's a way out. Okay. This is somewhat harrowing. I can't remember the last time that a cave felt this, foreboding. There is a flare there. I will gladly take that. I should have equipped it, honestly. Now, thankfully, that flare will last a good long time. Yeah, so I was up here a moment ago, and I remember coming this way, coming out here, and looking over here. So what I need to do, if I'm going to keep going the way that I came... Yeah, I think that's how I just came out. Or this might be, yeah. So I came down here, so we're backtracking a little bit, but this flare is going to last a while. This is a nice, fun, harrowing, really, speaking of emergent stories, this is why we play The Long Dark on the channel. This uncertainty right here. What the heck do I do? Also, I'm really tired, which is a problem. Makes me want to use a stim, but a stim would wear off, and then I'd be even more tired. And a stim would also interfere with visibility. And there's this little light, and I really am not interested in that. So let me try and keep better track, now that I'm not in the middle of sentimental meta-commentary. Let me keep better track of where I've been and where I haven't been. Also, let me grab a few pieces of coal as I walk around here. If I find the exit of this cave, what I may do is actually try and get some sleep before I leave the cave. Because I'm going to need a lot of sleep anyway at this rate. Okay, so... Oh no, I didn't mean to... That's an accidental right click. Okay, let's go back up this way. I think I might have avoided going up before, because I didn't necessarily think that was the way I needed to go. Wow. Yeah, this is so labyrinthine. I love it, but it's also super intimidating. Okay, there's another flare and a backpack. Chemical poisoning risk healed. Okay, that's a dead end. Good, good, good. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to step around this way and then keep going. And this is hopefully not another dead end, because that would be unfortunate. I mean, I feel like I'm confident I have enough flares to, like, get back to where I came in. Like, fumble my way back there. But I would like to find my way through this cave if I can help it. Let's grab one more piece of coal, in case I need the water from a fire. Although I don't think I have a stick with which to get a fire going at the moment. So that's something of a dilemma. I'm not going to worry about it. Oh, I think I might... Okay, no, that was just my eyes playing tricks on me. Didn't quite see anything yet, but we are working through this cave. Okay, we've got 2 directions here. Oh, wow. Okay. This is... I think this might be the most labyrinthine cave. The most labyrinthine cave in the Long Dark. In terms of just there being branches and different ways you can go. And I think I have a hunch as to why that's the case. Okay, cool. I know that I've just gone in a circle again, so what we're going to do is go straight. I do still have multiple flares that I can use. Alright, so I came... I didn't mean to throw that. I really didn't, I swear. Okay. So like I said, there are 2 pathways, and I went right. Let's go left. And hopefully it's not a dead end. Pain healed. Great. You know what? Now that we have this much rest, I know there was a spot. There it is. Okay. I want to go ahead and eat this condensed milk, because I can. I've got the dog food too, which we can enjoy. Well, I don't know about enjoy. I don't know that it's something that would be, like, delightful to be consuming. Probably not. I'm going to assume definitely not. But it does help me stay hydrated somewhat. Now, I also have some coffee I can drink, which will help when I wake up. But for now, let me just sleep for about 10 hours. And then I'll wake up, light another flare, and keep going. Okay, we are thirsty. So one thing we'll have to do here... Then this will be somewhat annoying.
I need to find something to drink.
I know. You've got birch bark tea. We're going to drink a couple of those. But just a couple. Alright, that's going to restore some condition, which actually is helpful, believe it or not. And we have multiple flares. So, let's light this and keep looking. What a suspenseful, uncertain note to end our series on. Okay, I think I need to keep going this way, maybe? Might have gotten turned around again. We'll see. From when I was putting the bedroll down. But if I did, we'll find out real fast. See, now I'm moving much more quickly, which is nice. Okay. I think I got turned around again. Maybe. Oh no. This feels like the same. Hang on. If I go right here, if I feel like I'm back at the base of the kind of natural stairway, which I think I am here. Yes, I am. Okay, cool. That answers the question. So we're going to go straight. And now that I'm not needing to put the bedroll down, I will hopefully not have that happen another time. Could use spray paint. Okay, we already went that way. I know that. So we're going to go this way. So what's interesting is that this seems like it might just loop around. Yeah. I don't think this leads anywhere. At least not yet. Because again, I have a certain theory about which cave we're in specifically. Okay, well, there might be another path that I can follow, but I think I have to backtrack now even farther than I did before. So, just for the sake of not being cryptic, I'm fairly certain that this is a kind of backdoor path between the 3 zones of the Far Territory. And I believe that there is, somewhere in this cave, an exit that leads out to the Forsaken Airfield, which is why there are multiple pathways that lead in different directions. And I think one of the reasons that we just went in a circle down at the bottom is I think that might lead out into the final area, the zone that's about to be released. And because that's not in this build, unfortunately what that means is that it's just, you go down there and like the actual pathway doesn't exist yet. That's what I'm thinking. Okay, so that's a dead end. This is only slightly disconcerting. Seriously, this is the most winding cave. Here I was, like, kind of wrapping up, thinking we'd make our way through the cave somewhat quickly, because, you know, let's be honest, most caves in the Long Dark are much more, they're just not this. You kind of make your way through them, even if they're a little bit bigger or longer, but this is massive. This is, like, and it makes sense, too, because it's in the zone of contamination. Oh, no. Oh, no. Okay, so I am officially, like, a little bit lost in this cave. Thankfully, the flare is providing decent light, and I do have more flares, and it does last a long time. But I don't frickin' know. Hold on, I think I did miss the pathway that I wanted to take. Hold on. Alright, so this flare's almost gone. What an amazingly suspenseful note to end on. Alright, so this leads down, down, into the depths. We don't want to go there just yet, I don't believe. I want to head back this way. I want to see what kind of branches this path has here. Alright, if I take a left here, where does this go? Yeah, see, this is different. This leads up. Okay. I think this is what I was looking for. I don't know that I will necessarily... No, this is where I just was. Okay, so then I don't need to take a left? Yeah, lost. Thoroughly lost. Maybe I should get out spray paint after all. But I don't feel like it's really... What I'm thinking of right now is that there was a low-lying area. Hang on. Let me go back towards that. You can see the light from the other flare still burning out, I think. Somewhat. Or maybe not. Maybe that's light from this one. So if I come this way, this is definitely just the way down. Okay. So somewhere up here, as I came down this way, how hilarious would it be if I got stuck in this cave at the end of this series? We could still start fresh anyway, because I've finished the second tail, but I'd prefer not to. I'd prefer to have all this gear so that I can just dive into the next tail. That's the plan. Alright, so that's not the way to go. I want to look very closely here because there are small openings. Yeah, see, that's what I was looking for. Okay. I just want to go back through here. What? How did I not find that a moment ago? This cave, let me tell you. This cave is crazy. This is what I was thinking of a second ago. I remember coming out and seeing this. That was one of the landmarks that I noted so far. Duck under there. It's funny because this would not be the first time an Against All Odds series has ended by flare light in a cave, but we're not going to end this one definitively. If I can't find my way through this cave, I'd rather not, like, get stuck in here without light. I'd rather find my way back out to the entrance that I used and just head into the new zone the conventional way when called upon. Okay, so now I'm back at the main... Yeah. This is where I was. All these branching pathways. It's crazy. Definitely meant to take us in different directions. And I really think this is the cave. And I could be wrong. I could be completely wrong. But I think this is the cave that is meant to take you to the Forsaken Airfield. It's just, I don't know this cave. And yeah, here we go. And the caves are not normally this ridiculous. Okay, so here's the top of a waterfall. So I could potentially explore a little bit farther now that I found my way back here. But at the same time, I think I would rather... There's a part of me that wants to enter the zone from the kind of front door for the first time. So that's what we're going to do. Again, we're not going to jump into that series right away, because my intention is... I'm going to go ahead and toss this flare. We're not going to jump into that cave right away. My intention for the series is to use this same save. Oh, can I not put this down? You better not just take in my bedroll. There we go. Yeah. So believe it or not, I cannot put that down. Well, I couldn't pick up the flare because it was too far outside. Okay. So here's what we'll do. Will you let me grab that at all? Nope. I threw it too far. That's unfortunate. Alright. I'm just going to use a match, because God knows I have so many. I just need to find a spot where I can put my bedroll down. Kind of obnoxious, but I don't want to waste a flare. Hold that thought. Really did not mean to throw that flare into an inaccessible area. So this is just a hilarious note to end on. But I want to have a save point, and it doesn't look like the weather outside is conducive to an easy save. Okay, here we go. Put that down there. Now, I don't have a lot to drink, but I have enough. I can make a fire very soon. Let's create a save point, and I'll finish that thought from a moment ago. So this will get me fully rested up, and this will be the point at which Season 02 in Against All Odds starts out. Now, we won't debut that series right away, because again, we're not going to jump on the next tail in the new zone until people have had a week or two to explore it. So I'm still thinking through the scheduling, but the plan is to start that new series soon. We already have a new series going in Misery, which will be going in the meantime, and then overlapping with that series. as well. So stay tuned for both of those. Thank you so much for watching, and thank you again so much for everything I expressed earlier, like half an hour ago, now that I've spent time exploring this cave. But it was a nice, suspenseful way to end, and in some ways, I'm glad that we aren't necessarily going to be in Forsaken Airfield to start off the next series anyway, so that might have been serendipitous in more ways than one. Again, thank you for watching. Don't forget to like the video and subscribe to follow along. For early episodes, channel emotes, and member badges, look for the join button. New episodes drop at 1 p.m. US Eastern Time every day but Wednesday, and comments are always welcome. So leave your thoughts below, and I'll see you next series.